Hi everyone, my name is Kelvin Ng and I'm Microsoft Office trainer. I'm a Microsoft certified trainer and also a Microsoft Office expert for Microsoft Office 365 and Microsoft Office 2019. In this video, continue from the previous one, I'm going to talk about another two function which is quite useful. It's very useful for all those of you who are doing some monitoring of certain date. So there are two functions that we are going to talk about in this example, followed by a little bit on the time functions, time formulas. Now, number one, we're going to talk about the e-date. Now, the e-date, what it does is that it actually let you know the same date, but next month. We'll return the same date of the number of months. So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to give some example. What do I mean by e-date? E-date stands for end date. Now, EO month stands for end of the month, where it will return the date of the last day of a month, if it's going to be the particular number of months that you specify. So maybe you don't understand what I'm explaining here, but let's take a look at the example. So let's move to the example now. What I'm going to do is, if I receive an invoice on the 26th of October 2015, now if our company policy says that we'll be paying this customer, not customer, our vendor, same date next month, which means it should be 26th of November 2015 because same date next month. Therefore, we are going to use the function here called edate. So we're going to fill in the blank now, start date. So the start date will be your invoice date, C16, comma, and they are asking you how many months. Now let's read the description above again. Same date next month. Next month means 1 month. So I'm going to put 1. So when I press enter, it will give me 26th of November 2015. Isn't that easy? So if I were to change this date to another date, automatically it will follow the same day, same date, but the month will be added according to how many months, before or after, if you wish, right? It can be a positive number, it can be a negative number, right? So what about the next one here? If I have a company policy that says we will be paying the vendor end of next month, which means it's not the same date anymore. It will be pushed all the way to the last day of the month. Now, last day of the next month, not the same month. So we're going to use this function called EO month. So we're going to put the start date, comma, how many months? If it's going to be next month, so it's 1. So you can put 2, -2, -3, -4, or positive 1, 2, 3, 4, up to you, as long as it's a round number, right? So we're going to press enter. You notice that it will bring this forward to the last day of November. That's how easy the e-date and EO month actually works for us. Okay, so you can try out this formula, e-date and EO month. Use them creatively to serve the purpose of your calculation. All right. Now, the last two things that I'm going to discuss here is about the time. Now, some of us have this kind of work where we need to find out how long did this person stay on the phone, or how long this person stay in the office. So in this example, I'm going to talk about time. Now, if everything happens within the same day, which means it does not cross over to the next day, then the information we should provide will only be the time. We don't need the day. It will be only the time. So if you want to find the duration for any calculation that is within the date, just give them the start time and the end time. Now, it is very obvious logic that your start time, which is time in, cannot be later than the time out. It has to be time in as the earlier date and time out as the later date. It cannot be the other way around. Please take note. Now, if the data that you are going to calculate is going to be over the next day, for example, if you look at Smith, Smith punched in on the 26th of October 2015 at 9:13 p.m., which means it's at night. Right? Smith went into the office at night at 9:13 p.m. and I'm out from the office on the 27th, exited the office on the 27th, the following day at 10:44 a.m. So we will know, right, that this is already the following day. So it's like over the next day. So this kind of information, we must provide date and time, date and time. You cannot just give time, right? So this is what you should take note if you are dealing with something that is calculation between the time. Right, so let's see, how different can this be? What is the formula going to be? Now, I'm going to use something very, very simple. I don't want to complicate the matter. So I'm just going to put equals to the out time minus the in time. What time they come out minus what time they come in. When I press enter, the answer shown here is not so suitable to be shown as an example. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to format the cell. I'm going to format the cell so that it is a little bit more informative so that we understand the answer that we get here. So I'm going to just right click format cell. So in here, I'm going to the custom category format. It is using H, M, and S for hour, minute, and seconds. And you're going to use AM and PM for this. But no, I'm not going to look at that. I'm going to remove everything in the format. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put H. H stands for hours, and that's why it's showing me 7th. 7th what? What is this 7? 7 actually means hours. So I'm going to put space, open quotation, I put HRS, then I close the quotation. If you look at the sample now, it's showing 7 hours. And I do want to show how many minutes. So I'm going to put M. M stands for the minutes. So I'm going to put MINS, close quote. So let me just copy this because it's not very clear here. So I'm just going to copy and paste it outside so that you can see what is the formatting that I'm using here. So there you go. It's like this. So how do I format it? I use this formatting. H, open quote, HRS, as for hours. M, M is minutes, and I put the open quote, MINS. So that's how it's showing now. All I need to do is just make a copy of this, go to the rest of the cell, and I will paste it. There you go. Not that difficult, right? It's actually quite simple to find a duration between the two time that is given to you in your punch card or your biometric system, where you record down the date and time. All right, so I hope you enjoy this video. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I will be available to help you answer this question. So give it a try, and I'll see you in the next video.